Alright, let's get this over with. Austinnopowers is a spurg in the commentary community who's notorious for leaking info and for also being a complete snake. You see, he's been a part of many different communities, and whenever public opinion shifts or some type of controversial drama happens, he goes from praising them to quickly disavowing them and cutting all ties. He's done it with Dawkins Radio, Now Recording, the original S&T community, etc. However, if you've seen some of my Michael Alberto videos or any video made on the group chat leaks back in October, you'll remember how Austin was willing to turn a blind eye even if both Salvo and Michael were proven to be hypocrites or just plain wrong. He would just take their side. He's even changed his morals because of the attention he got from both of them, to the point of even betraying his friends. One of these people being Tyrone, the birth controller. Back in early November, Salvo made a tweet against Tommy C saying that he would do this to his child. I'm not reading that, by the way. But Austin here made this tweet trying to call out Tommy for an argument he never even made. Now, obviously, you think this is referring towards Tyrone, especially since him and his community make constant Peter Scully jokes. But according to Austin, he wasn't referring towards him, but a different co-host of Tommy C. Don't worry, we'll get into that in a bit. Tyrone obviously responded and mysteriously gets reported, and here, I'll just let him explain it.
A few days ago, right? Around a week ago, you may be wondering, like, oh, the Prince Albert group chat got taken down. Why did this get taken down? Well, it's because my Twitter got locked. Why did my Twitter get locked? Were people flagging my Twitter? I think so, and let's just say this. Before I made it public on Twitter, before I could even tweet something on Twitter, I said, unfortunately, that I had provided a lot of evidence to a certain Aiden project, me and Spondal both, but I was bragging about it in my group chat, till then I insurmountably got hit with a flag. And if you read this tweet on the October the 18th, very ironically, it says that Twitter is no longer holding out permanent suspensions, except in rare cases. Instead, what it does now...
bullshit.
Exactly. But what it does is that people who flag you can get you locked all the time. So, I see that I'm locked. And what did I post in my group chat? Well, the fact that, I think in this point in time, it's inherently innocuous, because let's just say, oh, maybe it was a tweet I said after. But then, I don't think that's actually truly the case. Because the reason is because Austin, around the exact same time, decided to snake me for no reason. So, let's just say someone who surrounds himself with the worst people, who needs the validation from those people to survive, let's just say I think these events are connected, and I don't think I'm insane for suggesting that. But this is the tweet that he ultimately snaked me under, right? Read this shit. So, this guy, right? King of the A-logs. It's like a quote retweet.
I blocked that guy as soon as I saw him, be active. I was like, this guy has, fuck shit written all over him.
It's starting to make sense why Tommy C spent so much time on the Salvo Steve Street to fame Salvo as a pedophile for an obvious joke. Hell, his co-hosts make Peter Scully jokes often, and he doesn't bat an eye at them. I wonder why Tommy C did that yesterday. This is a message first here. The only person who makes Peter Scully jokes is me. I practically introduced this joke.
Digger.
Yeah, I'm practically the guy who introduced Scully to all these guys. No, Matt Pitt didn't even know who fucking Scully was. Tommy C does not care who I talk about. And also, that's not even the argument that Tommy was making. The argument Tommy was making, even in that stream, he addressed it. Yes, he made similar jokes before to someone like LT Cobra, and if LT Cobra's parents inherently they're inherently disrespected or displeased with his jokes, he doesn't care. What his issue with Salvo was the fact that Salvo was trying to look at this story. Oh, Tommy C, are you big enough to cover this really important story? Well, I'm not going to cover it after I did this. It was not just moralizing on the point of jokes, he addressed that on the entire thing. So Austin here is making a point Tommy never even said, and trying to throw me under the bus, and as his co-hosts, which he's very clearly talking about me. So, I see this after I'm already flagged, and I'm like, okay, Austin probably told Salvo that I was the person who gave him all the clips and all the information on fucking, to Aiden.
Now, what you saw back there was a stream that Tyrone did where he not only burnt the bridge with Austin, but also showed Austin's constant inconsistencies, especially when it comes to doxing. I'll leave a link in the description below and a title card in the top right to watch that stream. Now, Austin never joined the live stream, even though he was tagged multiple times in the server to join, and was even asked to join before the stream started. And we know he was online as he was active on Twitter at the time while the stream was happening. So, there was really no way for him to miss this. Now, for the longest time, Austin would refuse to talk about Tyrone, and really any of his past commentary friendships, with the only statement being made in this clip right here.
Actually, everyone's just fucking defending Xylee outright doxing someone, which is fucking weird. Like, if I was doing this shit, I would never hear the end of it.
It's because they have the upstanding slug.
I know.
everyone in like commentary is like it's like two-faced, bro.
Like,
It's
a
like
lot of people.
the sooner you realize that, it's like the easier it is to deal with like these type of people.
It's a general rule.
By the way, I want to say how ironic is it that Austin is saying this when he has literally said this shit about Slug before?
Bro, Slug's like a little doxer. What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, dude, this guy's like moral facking because he's like, because I called him out because he was like, he's doing all this like weird shit where he's like, whoa, the guy's like, wow, he's like flagging down shit, and he's like, and he's like giving docs to people, friending people. I'm like, I don't support that. I mean, I make an offhanded joke. I like I don't think I was unironically dox this guy. If I did, I would probably not reply the same thing. This is yeah, but still, I'm just kind of annoyed that like Slug is such a brainless retard. He's like, whoa, Austin's pro doxing. No, I'm not, you fucking retard. I don't like it because you do dox people like regularly, like a month ago, and you like flag people. That's why I have you blocked, dumbass. So you can't flag down my Twitter, dude. The thing with Slug, dude, I should have like we should have never like upset him in the back end, dude. And like kind of let him like be here, because ever since he's done that, he just started like doxing again, and now he's just like falsely accusing people of like rape and all this stuff. It was like, no, you idiot. I don't think you're.
Why do we let him out the spaces?
Dude, I didn't even know.
Jesus, he's such a lying weasel. Anyways, this leads us to today. Around February 18th, Austin went on Burn the World stream where he got confronted by Spondyle, Tyrone, and later on, me on his snaky behavior, and overall a lot of his stances that he has said over the past couple of months. Now, before we get into the clips, I just want to say Austin is pretty bad at debating. You're going to see a lot of him bending the knee, especially when it comes to Spondyle.
Austin, we have something to talk about here, alright?
Spondyle, why are you here? Why are you here?
Your sister still single?
Oh my god! Why are you in here? Why'd you join the server?
Well, I mean, I just saw Austin here. You know, we haven't had a conversation in a while. And I thought, okay, well...
I have better friends than you guys. Well, I have better friends besides you weirdos in like CC. Like...
yeah, so... But you've said a bunch of shit that's like completely made up, for one. So, like, one, you entirely were shitting on Cat privately. And then publicly, when I brought it up, when you snaked Tyrone, you were like, "Oh, I never said any of this." That was like a blatant lie from you.
So you want me to? So you're mad? So Tyrone are mad at me because
like,
I didn't shit on Cat.
And then with the Tyrone thing, you tried shitting on him for like no reason because Tommy C was mad at a joke that like Sabo made.
No, I didn't shit on him. I specifically didn't name him.
You did.
No, I said specifically like, hey, why you mad at this pedo joke when your co-host, hence co-host with an S at the end, make like more offensive jokes.
And those jokes Tommy C is completely unaware of.
Well, I don't.
So like that point doesn't even make any sense.
Well, it's how the hell is he unaware of it? It's like every time
because he doesn't watch Tyrone's streams.
Well, that's weird. Why would you have him as a co-host? I
assume the co-host and not personally watch the content. Awesome.
Oh, I assume that they like talk more.
Okay, like the other thing is
not my fault.
A lot of doxers for some reason. All of a sudden, you just don't care about that anymore. Even though you constantly complained about people being friends with doxers previously in the past. Why did you completely backtrack on that?
Because I realized no one actually gave a fuck about doxing.
And why? How'd you realize that?
The Sabo leaks, like you.
Well, with the Sabo leaks,
want me to go?
Who are the people doxing the Sabo leaks?
Keemstar and all the people witnessing that. Then there's like some other shit. I don't know the full drama on top of my head, but that's what made me be like, yeah, all right.
So with Keemstar, Sabo has doxed people in the past multiple times. Like a lot.
It does make doxing okay if you're like anti-doxing.
Specifically in a private context, being aware of a person like Sabo Pancakes, who's kind of, I don't think you can disagree. He's pretty fucking insane. Knowing what he's up to, I kind of don't blame him. Now Keemstar doing it, I think Keemstar's done a lot of fuck shit in the past. I'm not personally a fan of Keemstar, but what does that have to do with anybody else? You can be like, okay, but you don't care when you're friends with other doxers.
What? Okay, so let me go actually address this. Right,
Tony hit.
They were talking like his IP address, like full address, and all this shit. They were pulling up his family that were really on all this other shit.
So all things Sabo Pancake has done in the past before. Constantly. Openly, actually. What Sabo's done is even worse because he does it openly on Twitter, not in a private group chat.
Yeah, I respect people that do it openly more than do it privately.
Oh, really? Respect people.
But I like when
One of the main aspects of doxing is you have to make private information public. So if it's in a group chat, that's not public.
Well, why do you think you're sharing the docs in that group chat?
Specifically because Sabo Pancakes is threatening to range, and one, he's threatened to kill people, I'm pretty sure, multiple times, which is probably a joke with that. But he's also threatened to come to people's houses. So it makes sense to want to know where that guy is at any given moment.
But it's not like they're checking where he was at every
know where a
given
guy
moment.
who
They're like,
only friends to visit people's houses at any given moment.
Now, Alex Gekmon later joins, but he doesn't really add anything useful until Tyrone joins. Which, speaking of...
You said, like, clearly not wanted here.
Oh, who's this, Matt? Who's that? Is that
I would like to claim sole responsibility first of all.
That's Tyrone. That's
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Sole responsibility for making these Peter Scully jokes. And also, I was pondering, I was rubbing my hands together like a strange Jewish man. I was rubbing them together thinking, should I actually join this and dispute the dishonesty? Because Austin, I'm not too happy with you, and you probably should know why, because you've been awfully dishonest here. Earlier in the stream, when you were explaining yourself, you said a completely false tale of events. You said, it's something that all the people said when you were saying that people were making these Peter Scully jokes. No, these jokes were coming from my community. There was something that was on my stream, and I never told other people. And you tried to insinuate, after Tommy C was complaining about Salvo making jokes about Tommy C's kid, which is a complete false equivalence, by the way, that fucking, oh, by the way, this is kind of hypocritical, bro. Haven't you seen Tommy C's co-host? And you're trying to lump me in here as what I did is even remotely similar, which it isn't.
All right, so let me go. Okay, so it wasn't. I specifically did not name you because of what I didn't. I specifically did not name you because Matt Pitt made those jokes also. And
no, he didn't.
Matt Pitt did.
Yes, he literally did. Like I got because I remember specifically someone sent me a DM. It's like, yo, I discussed by his Pierce Scully joke, and it was like Michael Alberto next to like was it Pierce Scully and like a bunch of pedophiles.
Oh my god, you're joking.
Oh my god,
you're joking.
Yes, I thought everyone knew about that.
It wasn't even a joke about Peter Scully. It was a joke about.
That's not even the same.
Bro, dude, that's like saying a person. That's like saying a person who says Jeffrey Epstein is bad can no longer complain about their child being raped.
It's just a complete false equivalent.
I want to add that Matt Pitt never made this joke, as I looked through his Twitter and found nothing. Maybe he liked a tweet or retweeted a meme similar to what Austin says, but as of right now, Matt Pitt has never posted anything of this sort.
Like, I don't know why you put in your bio.
I've given you a lot of charitability. I honestly at one point considered you even a friend at one point. But I think you should stop really assuming that the reason that I complained about this was because I was being offended. What was happening with me that I promptly after this, it seems that a lot of people were targeting me. I mean, maybe I'm making the assumption here, but immediately after this, I got a notification on Twitter. I got locked. I got a strike on my YouTube out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. Who knows? Maybe these people are being fed through this information. Maybe people who associate with doxers, who surround themselves with these people, who are open to doxing and flagging, potentially do the same thing. Is that too much of an assumption to make?
Austin,
Xanaberry's is a good guy. He wouldn't.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No, every time you try and shit on someone, all your friends end up just flagging them. And I'm not sure which ones, but I know certainly that some of them are fucking flagging. And you know that you know people who have like straight up Twitter contacts. And it's like, okay, it's happened to me a few times where it's like, I'll be arguing with you and I'll get like a blank suspension for literally a blank reason.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm sorry if you got like punished by like
February.
Is that why you're okay? Is that why you guys were pissed? I didn't even know that was happening.
That is part of the reason. Yeah.
I actually did not know. Like if me like slightly referenced that, send like a hate mob to you guys and got like a bunch of shit taken down. Like I'm sorry.
Wait,
like I legit did not even know.
Austin all the time.
I don't think Austin is personally flagging anything or calling for anything to be flagged. I just think he's obviously friends with flaggers and doxers. And every time he shits on someone,
who's he supposed to be friends with? Spondyle. You guys got rid of him.
He seems like he could be big chums here with like Byron of the world. You know, he can just wander off into Fantasyland.
Who is he supposed to be friends with? You know, he goes through he went through the flamenco people.
Yeah, he only has to
associate. People didn't take them. The commentary bros. They got rid of them.
Highest possible prolific doxers that there is. You know, angry sweat.
You think if all of your accounts are systematically taken down whenever I talk to you, why even you guys like this?
Oh yeah, the best person to talk to is like the person who's rumored to be talking to all these doxers. Like, hey, can you stop doing this or whatever? You're just gonna send that in the group chat.
So
often you always leak information.
So you're admit you're just too much of a bitch to actually like say it to my face.
Why is it too much of an assumption to believe that it could possibly be you, Austin, when it's so convenient? It happens all the time. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to confront Austinnopowers in private, which is not a reliable source because Austin always leaks information. That's the truth.
No, like that's like. I didn't even know that this was the allegation.
Austin, you leak stuff all the time, and then when we leak stuff back, you're like, "Oh my god, you're such a snake for this," and gay shit like that. You're one of the biggest snakes here, all right?
All right.
Austin never snaked me.
So I'm at least glad I know why people hate me now. Because I didn't know that there's this whole conspiracy of people fighting.
Austin. Let me stop you there. Let me correct the record here. This is not why people hate you. This is why these two hate you. Everyone else hates you because you're just, kind of a bit of a loser. People see you.
Oh, there's that.
Unfortunately, most of the reason why people think you're losers is because of my tweets. I screenshotted your entire logs that you posted on that S&T server. And for some reason, that got read out on Turkey Tom's stream. It's just how it is, You're a loser. You're on the bottom tier. You're like F tier kind of person, but you just got to come to cope with it.
That's another thing.
Yeah, most people hate me because of that. Like, I thought it was like I didn't think that it was like because like I'm apparently a flagger. I thought it was because of those like S&T links and like a bunch of shit like that.
Well, it's because you hang around those people as well,
You're a flagger.
But it's all those things.
Flaggers and doctors. Like,
you're having beers with Xanaberries, who's just a notorious terrible person. I think it's just bound. People just won't like you. I feel like that's kind of like 1 plus 1.
So all right, if you guys just message me, like I would have been able to like actually talk about this, but
yeah,
obviously, like I'm just gonna say right now, as a public declaration on stream, I am not involved in any flagging of Tyrone, Spondyle, or anyone else in this group chat. I just want them.
Can you disavow people doing that?
Yeah, obviously I disavow. Dude, I was your friend. Why are you disavow people flagging you down? I really defend you. And
why are you hanging around with these
Why
people?
are you friends with them?
Yeah, why are you friends with them? I'm talking to them.
Are you guys guilt by associating right now?
Yeah,
I didn't know that people were flagging your shit down. Like the one time.
Is this the guilt by association?
Like, I'm flagging down one of these people. Like me and Laspo, like we went in on the guy. Like stop flagging Spondyle. You can ask him about that. Like,
no, you were aware they were flagging me then.
Wait, I did like one guy, and I was like, and we kept it from the group chat. Like, yeah, tell
Austin.
Yeah, there's like some dude named like Dunk Nighty or some shit. Like, you can ask like Laspo about it, but yeah.
So yeah, there were people flagging me. You knew about it,
dude.
Yeah, and I was confronting him. I was like, "Fuck you."
This is not a real person, bro.
Did I just win?
I don't know what to say. Like, I thought this was known already.
Yep, this guy knew Spondyle was getting flagged, and while he disavowed and told the guy to knock it off, not once did he think it was a good idea to let Spondyle know. Now, after Tyrone leaves, I myself confront Austin.
Okay. So, Austin, the reason why I care about your friendship was the fact that Tyrone was the one who reached out to me. He reached out to me to give him all those fucking clips of you saying Slug is a terrible person, Slug is a doxer, he deserves to be blackballed, he needs to kill himself. And you then, later, were on a stream hanging out with him. That is my fucking issue with you. The fact that you've always backstabbed them, and then you act like as if nothing happened. You did it with Slug, you did it with Savo, and then you try to do it, and then you backstabbed me, and hold on. So yes, you have this pattern of behavior, Austin, where you just betray people and then you act like as if nothing happened. You try to suck up to them, all right? And you did it with fucking Tyrone, which is the worst fucking case. Who else talks about Peter Scully than Tyrone? I know Matt Pitt doesn't, and I saw what you said, where he made a fucking tweet about it. That is the worst fucking excuse. And also, that video that I sent, that was made after the Tyrone stream. The one he made on you, and not once did you ever reach out to him. And also, you said they didn't reach out to me. He tagged you, he messaged you multiple times before the stream came on, or the stream happened, to join, and you never responded. And then when the stream was happening, we were tagging you. We were tagging you to join the call, but we noticed you were active on Twitter. You were liking and retweeting. So what is your fucking excuse, Austin?
Because I figured you would... If you would bring it up to me privately like a man. Like, I didn't want to be used as like content. That's why I didn't hop on the stream.
That's literally.
That's flatly.
Oh, the infamous Austinnopowers.
Yeah, that's why like I didn't join, because it's like if you had, it feels like if he had, if like he had, it doesn't make sense why he didn't just like reach out to me like privately. Like, I get his reasoning was like, oh, Austin, he's the leader of this Illuminati, flagging out all my YouTube and Twitter accounts and all this shit. It's like. You still want to confront me about that?
Austin, it's happened before. It happened to me where I shat on you, called you a faggot on Twitter, and then randomly my fucking account gets suspended, and I have all those sector guys blocked, and then I look at it and I find out that they're celebrating like, oh, we're flagging all the commentary, death to commentary, and I didn't even tell anyone about my account getting locked out. So I don't know. I believe Tyrone when he says that they say something to you or something is said, and then mysteriously they get suspended or locked out. I just find that really fucking shady. I don't blame them.
All right, I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not aware of like any. I'm not part of any flagging groups. Like,
maybe you're not. Maybe you're not telling them to flag us directly, but they definitely look at your replies, and it's just really shady.
And that's the end of the clip. Look, I'm willing to give Austin the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he's personally flagging people or even telling people to flag other people, but it's really weird how people just mysteriously get flagged and somehow you don't know about it. But when you do know, you don't tell the person. I don't know, I just find that really weird. Or you're just really stupid. However, one thing that is true is that Austin's a spineless snake. Someone you don't want in your corner at all. And at the first sign of trouble, unless you're a big content creator who shows him attention more than his father, will drop you. I recommend to everyone be wary of this guy. Whether you're a upcoming creator or just an orbiter, stay away from Austin. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. Rather really short one. I just had to get this one out of the way before I continue on with the bigger projects. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Social medias will be in the description below. Just like the video if you dislike it. And with that being said, I am out.